ASOL aus LA. Die fingen auch als Punkband an, haben zum Beispiel 2 Gigs in Deutschland abgeliefert Anfang Oktober. Und noch eine weitere Band, die als Punkband anfing, die haben wir heute zu Gast im Studio. This is Joey von den Ramones. Hi Joey.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good.
Fine. The Ramones started off 1977. 74?
Oh, we formed in 1974.
All right, okay. They were formed in 74.
Our first album came in 76.
Right, okay, good. So, and you started off as a punk band from New York.
Well, we never labeled ourselves punk, but we were
Labeled that way.
Yeah, we're labeled that way. But I guess rock and roll is a very general term nowadays. Everything is, Piece of Door is considered rock and roll. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I mean, being called a punk band is fitting.
Also Sie haben angefangen 1974, habe ich mich gerade belehren lassen, da haben Sie sich formiert. 1976 kam die erste LP raus und ich habe ihn gefragt, also ihr wurdet also so als Punkband abgestempelt und er sagt, naja, was ist nicht alles Punk? Sie selber haben sich nie so gesehen, sondern eher als Rock'n'Roll-Band und er sagt, heutzutage wird sowieso alles unter Rock'n'Roll gesteckt, sogar die Doors gelten heute als Rock'n'Roll, also warum nicht Sie? Punk as a stylistic musical piece of art has become involved in a lot of other musics like heavy metal, hard rock, etc., etc. How do you see that? Why is that?
Well, I think it's the way it's evolving. I think it's healthy because
Bring something new into the music.
yeah, you know, because it's a good energy and I think there's a sincerity there for the most part. I mean, not with everybody because you know some bands are great, some bands stink off.
All right.
But no, I mean bands like Metallica. I think it's very exciting. You know?
Yeah, you like them?
Yeah, and also it's like the link is comes direct from the Ramones, and it's sort of exciting for us because it's sort of like now with bands like Metallica and the speed metal bands, sort of we inspired 2 generations now. So it's great, you know.
Da spricht also der ganze Stolz aus ihm. Er sagt, die Ramones haben also schon ein bisschen was in Bewegung gesetzt. Sie haben inspiriert mindestens 2 Generationen von Musikern, von Bands. Er steht zum Beispiel auf Metallica ganz toll und er sagt, das ist also dieses Punk-Element, das in den Heavy-Metal-Bereich eingewandert ist. Das ist einfach aufregend, solange es ehrlich gemeint ist. Und da gibt es natürlich auch solche und solche Bands, wie er richtig bemerkt, und manche stinken halt. Naja, gut. The Ramones had their first concert in Hamburg. They started off the German tour in Hamburg. About 500 people were waiting in front of the door, couldn't get in. The tour has been sold out until now. What's it like in other countries? Is it the situation just in Germany as a revival sort of, or is it somewhere else the same thing?
No, it's everywhere.
Yeah?
Yeah, we played, we had also played Amsterdam, it was crazy there, and Copenhagen, and we go into Italy and France and Zurich and Switzerland.
Right, and tonight you're in Munich.
Right.
Right, sold out as well.
Yeah,
right.
500 people in front of the door.
Also die Jungs haben ihre Tour in Hamburg angefangen, 500 Leute konnten nicht rein, es gab fürchterliche Krawalle vor der Tür und ich habe ihn gefragt, wie das ist, ob dieses Revival der Ramones nur in Deutschland stattfindet oder ob das woanders auch so ist und er sagt, es geht genauso woanders auch los. Also in Amsterdam war es wahnsinnig, es geht weiter in Italien, da sind jetzt schon alles ausverkauft und in Zürich sowieso. Danach geht es weiter nach England, eine 2-wöchige Tour und dann geht es wieder zurück in die Staaten. Dort werden sie durch Virginia touren. You're going to do a tour in Virginia.
A tour of Virginia.
God.
We're going to do a world tour of Virginia.
A world tour? It's a different world. Ja. Also Virginia ist eine ganz eigene Welt für sich. The Ramones. Let's talk a bit about more the band. What has changed within the band? Has your attitude in all changed? When I see titles like I Want to Live, it's sort of a more positive attitude to the whole thing.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. I mean, I feel, I feel, we're all changing. We're always changing. I mean, everybody changes, but I mean, we've maintained our ideals, and integrity reigns supreme with the Ramones. You know what I mean? Being the best you can be, and sticking to your initial intentions.
Right. Well, but let me just hook in there. I always had the feeling your initial intentions, whatever they were, I mean, I didn't know you before, but hearing what you played and stuff like that, I always had the feeling that you had a slight negative touch, to say the least, in the beginning. And now it's sort of, it's changed somehow. It's sort of...
Well, I never thought we were negative. I always thought we were a positive band, whereas a lot of the English bands I thought were kind of negative, But I always thought we were like, we set out to... improve music, and bring. There was sort of a period where there was a void And it was, when we started out, we were reacting against all the pretentiousness and mediocrity that rock had become, you know. And yeah, I know what you're saying. I think there's more optimism now. But I mean, I don't think we were really negative.
Well, not really. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, I'll try to get that over. Also ich habe ihn, das ist eine sehr verschachtelte Frage, die ich ihm gestellt habe. Ich hatte früher immer den Eindruck, dass die Ramones eine ziemlich, sagen wir mal, ganz leicht negativ eingestellt waren und als Band waren und dass sich das heute ein bisschen geändert hat. Wenn ich so Titel ansehe von heute, I Wanna Live, also ich will leben so ungefähr, das hörte man früher nicht von den Ramones. Und er sagt, also diesen negativ-positiv-Touch, den sieht er eigentlich nicht so. Die Ramones haben angefangen, die Musik von heute zu verbessern und das ist ihnen schließlich gelungen. Er ist da ganz selbstbewusst und damals sind sie angetreten, um gegen diese ganze Schickimicki in der Musik anzutreten, um das einfach mal niederzuwalzen und einfach mal das reinzubringen und das mag der eine oder andere als negativ, vielleicht auch ich, angesehen haben. Na gut. What are the next plans of the Ramones besides touring Virginia?
Well, we'll be on tour all year. We'll be going to South America later in the year, and you know, basically just touring now. We have a song in a new film that's just come out, a Dudley Moore film. It's called Like Father, Like Son. It's somebody put something in my drink is in the film, and we just finished a new video for I Want to Live. You have that? And so far everything is going very well. You know, the album's been out 2 weeks and it's doing very well, and everybody's happy. So that's good.
Sie werden also bis Jahresende noch touren. Sie haben übrigens eine Filmmusik gemacht von Dudley Moore. Somebody Put Something in My Drink heißt der Titel dort drin. Und ansonsten gehen sie auf Tour und machen halt so los. Und ich glaube, es wird endlich Zeit, dass wir den neuen Clip ansagen. Well, do you want to see your new clip?
Yeah.
I Wanna Live. Kurz und heftig, die Ramones. Joey, there's a movement in the States. It's senators' wives against, how do you say, pornographic songs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Wasp has a lot of difficulties with that. Do you have difficulties with them?
No, not at this time. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I mean, I could see why they have problems. I mean, they don't make any bones about being very explicit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I mean, but the idea of it, the invasion of privacy. I mean, it's you know, shouldn't be. You know.
Do you consider this as a kind of a try to censorship?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, it is. Right.
And you know, it just doesn't belong in music. I mean, you know, but people, I think, for the last 30 years, since the beginning of rock and roll, people have been trying to.
Right.
You know.
And what is rock and roll anyway? It's sex and drugs and rock and roll anyway.
Corruption.
Okay. Unsere nächste Gruppe ist Wasp mit dem Titel Scream Till You Like It. Und ich habe ihn gefragt, ob er ähnlich wie Wasp, ob die Ramones so Schwierigkeiten haben. Es gibt in Amerika eine Vereinigung von besorgten Senatorenfrauen, die nicht möchten, dass ihre Kinder gewisse Texte hören. Und Wasp, naja, ist sehr explizit, geht sehr ins Detail, wissen wir ja auch alle. Und ich habe ihn gefragt, ob die Ramones eben damit Schwierigkeiten haben. Nein, bisher sagt er nicht. Und was er davon hält, naja, schlichte Zensur. Das ist alles. Joey, I thank you very much for coming.
Oh,
Wish you all the best and all the best for your concert.
What do you got there?
Where?
Shoot it! Oh, it doesn't work. Scream until you like